Hello, hello, it's your friend Doublebite, and we're trying something out here. So as you know, I've been on a big board game kick, and one game I have been into is the game Viticulture, which is a Euro game about wine, basically. And, um, and it has a pretty interesting single-player mode that I've been playing, borrowing my friend's copy, and I decided to check it out on Tabletop Simulator. I had Tabletop Simulator for a while, but I've never really used it, and I find it kind of clunky. But this seems to be working out well, so there might be some hiccups, but we'll see how it goes. I just spent quite a bit of time setting up the single player, a nice layout. I made the board a little bit bigger, just little things. So hopefully, some things might look wonky visually, but we'll make it work. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a quick overview of how to play Viticulture. That's probably going to be not the best overview. I'm half trying to teach the game, half trying to do a let's play. But it's a Euro game with a lot of moving parts, but it has such a good flow. I don't want to super harp on getting every rule correct or every rule down, if that makes sense. Anyway, so let's dig right in. So the idea of Viticulture is that you are trying to get victory points by growing wine, or growing grapes, making wine, and fulfilling wine orders, and also entertaining people that visit your vineyard. The way typically the game ends when one player has gotten to 25 points. In the single player, the AI essentially starts at 25, and you have 7 turns to get past 25. Cool. Not there. I haven't won yet. Here we go. So the way Viticulture works is we are going to have our vineyard. We will plant vines, build structures, grow grapes and age them, and then make wine and age them. We do this through worker placement. Each round of the game has 4 seasons. During the spring. I hope let me know if the camera jostling is too much. Obviously it will, go down over time. Anyway, during the spring, you draw vines, give tours for money, build stuff, or place influence in the world. That just gets you bonuses end game and during the game. Summer is when you plant things mostly and have summer visitors. Fall is when you harvest and make wine. Winter is when you have winter visitors, sell wine, and fulfill wine orders. Typically, players pick the turn order, and this turn order gives them different benefits as you go into each season. In the single player, you will get to essentially do each position once and get those bonuses, and at the end of the 7th turn, you either have won or lost. Now, in the single player and 1 and 2 player, see how there's 3 squares or 3 spots in each action? That means that in a bigger game, you can have up to 3 people take that action. However, in single player, we only use the first column. If there's an extra symbol on it, that means I get a bonus. So for example, if I play a worker here, I get to draw 2 cards. Notably, this +1 bonus is not available in single player, or 2 player even. It's only available in 3 and 4. Once I pick my turn, I get one of these little doodads, and these little doodads are bonus action tokens. They let me take one of these bonus actions even if I'm not there. So they're very useful strategically. So, sorry, it's driving me nuts that right click isn't pan. Is there any way I can change that? Because that's so irritating. Oh, god damn it. Like, camera, hold, rotate. That's mouse 1. Zoom toggle is mouse 2. I don't need rotate as much as I need pan. I mean, I guess it makes sense since I have one hand. Whatever. I'll get used to it eventually. Anyway. So the way the AI works is there are these automata cards, and every season I'll pull one. I believe it's every season. Look, there's the rulebook here. See, that's the expansion stuff. Tabletop Simulator is really cool. It's so extra. I don't know how to use this. Oops. Yeah. Yeah. How do I use you? I mean, that's great. Maybe. Ah. Oh yeah. All right, let's check this shit out. Automata cards at the beginning of each season. Yeah. Oh. Goodbye, rulebook. That is neat. Whoosh. It's cinematic here. Anyway. Meh. So at the beginning of each season, the AI will pick a card and then just block those squares. So if a square is blocked, I can't use it. With one exception. We'll get to that in a second. Right now, let's finish our game setup. How long did that take me? 47 minutes in, Jesus Christ. Okay, we got this. So first, we're going to pick Papa and a Mama and special workers. These are just game setup conditions for a bit of randomization. So, yeah, let's shuffle that up away and pick Papa. Oop. Oh my god, don't. Oh god. Whatever. And now we'll have 2 special workers. Right. So I'm gonna drag the 2 special workers over here so I can see them in. Oh, I think there might be ones that we don't want. Whoa, I can do that. Oh, neat. Oh, that's so nice. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, Innkeeper, okay. Innkeeper we toss. Okay. Innkeeper is a multiplayer only one. Doesn't work for single player, so. Back? Do the cool flippy thing? Whatever, fuck you. Oh, that's how I was doing it. Nah. Whatever. So, the Papa and the Mama determine your starting, stuff. And the special workers are fancy. Fancy boys. I'm just gonna toss these here. So, Papa says we start with 1 grande worker and 2 money, then either an additional worker or 4 more money. The additional worker costs 4 money and an action during the game, which means that basically if we take it in the beginning, as it offers, we save ourselves an action. If we take the 4, we get to choose to do something else instead. I'm going to take the hell out of that. We got our grande and our extra dude. Oh, nifty. and 2 lira. Also, if you've used Tabletop Simulator before and like know better ways of doing this shit, feel free to let me know. Anyway, Mama says get 2 workers, and we're going to start out with these starting cards. This is a little unfortunate. I'll explain why in a second. Let's get out our 2 starting workers. So now basically each year we'll be able to take 4 actions. The Grande worker is special. Remember how I said we can only use these first squares? The Grande worker lets you take an action, take the basic action here, even if there's no square available, and even if you've already taken it. So the Grande worker is our way to counteract the AI. So if something's blocked, we can take it anyway, but only once per year. And it looks like we're gonna have the Politico and the Traveler as our later options. I'm just gonna set them out. Just so that we can use them later. So yeah. Oh yeah, so green, purple, purple. So green cards are our vines. We start out with a Chardonnay. So it's a white wine, as indicated by that little white symbol. It gets us grapes of 4 value. And it requires a trellis and irrigation to grow. Which means that we can't grow it right away, which is annoying. Now we get 2 wine orders. Oh, hey, let me highlight both of them. Thank you. So wine orders are one of the top ways we're going to get points throughout the game. And they're both expensive. This is a sparkling wine, and this is a sparkling wine and a white wine. So these are 2 of the most expensive ones we could have possibly drawn. So we are in for a rough start. So the reason I didn't like that Mama is because wine orders don't do anything for you early. They're used later once you already have grapes and vines and all that good stuff. Which means that we're not going to be able to use these cards. Other Mamas can give you more cards. But at the very least, we know what we're building towards. And what we're building towards is a lot of expensive shit. So, got our basic setup, we've got our starting money, we've got our starting workers, and we've got our starting cards. So what's our strategy right now? We have a very expensive vine to grow. Trellis costs 2, irrigation costs 3, so we need 5 money before we can even plant anything. That's not ideal. And we don't have any usable cards right now. And we only have 2 money. So, looking at our turn order, what I'd like to do is grab another vine. Hopefully we'll draw something. Well, we actually could take this. Let me do something a little risky. So, this last row gives us an extra worker for the year. Lets us draw any card we want. And I don't know if this still applies in single player, so I'm going to ignore it, but usually it means that you have to go round 1 next year. We're going to ignore that. I don't think it matters that much. Actually, it could. Okay, fine. So right now, our start is so weak. I really want to accelerate our start as much as possible. And there's a lot of ways the AI can completely screw us. So I'm going to pick row 7. Where's my little rooster? First player token, workers, wake up token. I'm gonna toss my little rooster. It's hilarious that the wine token's round. And again, this is currently being used as a bonus action token. So I can spend that to take a bonus. So what this means is right now we're in spring. In summer, I'll get an extra worker. In fall, I can draw any card I want, and in winter, nothing happens. Last but not least, we see what the fucking AI is going to screw us with. Naturally, the AI is blocking draw cards for the spring. I'm going to take in these evil, hateful orange workers. Toss that there. And yeah. Cool, I only spent 16 minutes on setup. Nice. Still easier than trying to figure out how to record this using the board game, admittedly. So one of my biggest goals was to draw some vines. And this asshole is blocking me from drawing some vines. So that's not good. So what I think I'm going to do... I didn't really explain this influence board. So you can place stars to get influence, and when you place them the first time, they get you the bonus on that location. And at the end of the game, if you have the most stars there, they get you that number of victory points. The AI basically puts 1 in all the ones with 1, and 2 in all the ones with 2. So I need 2 here to get 1 victory point. I would need 3 here to get 2 victory points, etc. So I'm going to play very aggressively here for my very first action. I'm going to place one of my stars. Where's my stack of stars? Right there to draw an extra green. Sauvignon Blanc, almost as high value, but only requires irrigation. That's pretty nice. Next, let me see. So irrigation costs 3. We only start with 2. So I'll place a worker on build a structure. And I'll use my bonus action token. Remember, I only get 7 of these, so I gotta make them count. I'll use this to take that +1 bonus. Now I effectively have 3 lira, and I'll build my irrigation. Neat. I'll just toss that to the side. Okay. So I can take, typically after I placed each worker in a non-single player game, each other player would take their turns, and when they passed in spring, then they would move their token on to summer. And I can take as many actions as I have workers in the spring in each season, but I think I'm good for now. So I move over to summer. I take this temporary worker and move this thing over here, and let's get our next AI. Does not block anything in summer. Lovely. So what do I want to be doing? Well, I got the damn irrigation, so I might as well plant a vine. It's a little bit of a waste since I can only plant one of them. Let's go for some power plays. I have 3 workers left. I'm going to trade 1 for 1. And I'm going to trade a victory point for 2 cards. First, I'll draw a vine. Pinot needs a trellis. Irritating. I really don't want to risk drawing... Do I want to risk drawing another vine? Yeah, I'll draw another vine. Why not? Ooh, and a Merlot requires irrigation. So, I've got 2 that require irrigation. Next up, we will plant 2 vines. So we have 3 fields that we can plant vines in. And each have a max vine value, and each can be sold for a certain amount of money. You almost never want to sell it unless you're trying to rush something expensive really early in the game. But we're not going to go for that this time. And we're just going to plant our 2 expensive ones that require irrigation in our 7-coster. You'll notice the card is way smaller than the spot. That's because I made the board bigger, since this board starts out actually really small. Like, look at the text on this compared to this, so I just made it bigger so it was easier for y'all to see. Anyway, we've planted our vines. Right now we only have 1 worker left, and it's the Grande who can, you know, kind of Kool-Aid Man into a spot that's already blocked. But let's pass on into summer. Or fall, rather. So for fall, you get to draw a card. And I'm going to draw a blue card. So blue cards are our winter visitors, which we play logically during the winter. I picked this so that once we get to winter, we might have an option for it. It's the merchant. So I can pay money to get grapes, or I can fill a wine order and get an extra victory point. So, pretty good. The visitors are all quite good. Automata for fall is blocking draw a wine order, which is fine, we already have 2, and also blocking harvest a field, which is very not cool. That's some bullshit. So I only have 1 worker left. I have no money, and so I can't use my winter visitor. So the only thing I really want to do this year is harvest a field. Since douchebag's blocking it, I normally wouldn't be able to, but since I have my Grande worker, I'm gonna harvest that field, and I'll get a level 3 red and a level 3 white. And let's actually move these over here. The way harvesting works is it does not destroy the vine. If you have multiple grapes of the same color, they add up. So if I had a white 1 here, I would get a red 3, a white 4. So that was my harvest. Since I don't have any other workers, I can't do anything in winter. And this doesn't give me any other benefits in winter. So that's pretty much the end of the round. Let's just burn an automata just for shits and giggles to see what it would have blocked. It would have blocked training a worker. And at end of turn, we retrieve all the workers. Alright, I'll zoom out for this. This is actually okay. This is actually pretty intuitive now that I'm getting used to it. So, retrieved all the workers, age grapes and wine, discard down to 7, and collect residual payments, which I do not get any yet. And I'll explain that once that's relevant. But for aging, we just move things farther along. As far as wines go, we cannot age them past 3, or make blush wines until we buy this. We cannot age them past 6, or make sparkling wines till this. A blush is a white grape and a red grape. A sparkling is 1 white, 2 red. I don't know why. But we're on to round 2. So what are our goals here? Well, we have wine orders that require sparkling. So we kind of want to get a source of make some more red wine, since we need more red grapes, since we need red grapes for that. And we have no money, so we kind of want money. So let's think. If our goal is money to get a trellis, oh my god, sneeze coming. Basically, we just need stupid amounts of money very quickly. Oh, and great worker. Oh, I got sneeze. Hold on. Sorry, friendos. Oh, it's a delayed one. Don't you hate those? I was just waiting. There we go. Anyway. So we need money. And one of the fastest ways to get money, besides giving tours, is, well, selling fields, and is visitors. So let's take spot 5, since he can get us visitor cards, and hopefully that will give us something good. Automata says no to building. Screw you, Automata, I don't have any money to build with which to build. So I could do the star trick again, put him on Pisa to get 4 money. And give a tour to get 2 money. Which seems definitively worse than that. I could draw 2 cards and trade them for 2 money here. Just tempting. Also sell a field later on. So I have some choices. I think right now I'm going to do similar to last turn. Is place stars. Did I get 2 from that last time? I should have placed 2 stars. Yeah. And this time go in Pisa to get 4 money. We got our 2 from there. Grab a nice 2 lira. I think like they're a little bit shiny. It's classy. Anyway. Oh, and fuckface blocked build a structure. I should mark that. So we don't really want more vines. It's not worth using the Grande so early just to build a structure, and there are more efficient ways to get money, so we'll pass into summer. I'm going to grab... I'll grab a summer visitor, since this is something we could theoretically play right away. Oh, broker, pay $9 to get points, or lose points to gain money. Well, we do need money. And fuckface the AI says no. I think this is so the base game has slightly different actions. This is the expansion. This is one of those games where the expansion is like vital for the game, in my opinion. But it's saying cannot buy or sell a field. So that was one of our options for money. So let's do the other option for money and just like sell our points. We get a bonus coin for that as well. And we lose 2 VP and gain 6 money, so that's a total of 7 money. So on the one hand, we're deep in the negative. But on the other hand, we just got 7 money. Get one of these nice 5 liras. Looks so much brighter over there. Dark over here. Oh, that's better. Anyway. What else do we want to do? So we can't build our trellis. can't plant anything. We could sell a grape, but I kind of want to start making some wine. I guess we're not in a hurry to make any wine, since we can't make any terribly good wines anyway. We could trade a grape for cards or money. But we're okay on money right now. Yeah, we have 7. We have 11. We have 11. So that's enough for quite a bit. Okay, I think we'll just pass into fall. We snag a blue visitor. The motivator. Each player may retrieve their grande worker. Ooh. And gain a victory point for each opponent who does this. You know, whatever. Automata says, no making wine. Oh, god damn it. I guess it's not that bad, but I don't know, matter of principle. So we have 2 workers left, but we have a card that lets us get us our grande back. And I kind of want to build a structure, and I kind of want to harvest a field to get more grapes. So what structure do we want? Probably want the medium cellar so we can start getting these blushes and start making some nicer wines. And we need to do them incrementally. That will cost us 4. We have plenty. And it will technically cost us 3 since we're getting 1 anyway. So yeah, these are regular on that. So that costs us 3 that we don't have, and we get our medium cellar. Now the question is, so I have 1 fellow left. What do I want to do with them? So I could use them to harvest the field, which is what I was going to do originally. But we actually can't get them back with our visitor because we're out of workers, and we need to have someone to put there. So I think it's time to try to train another worker. So I'm going to actually leave fall for now and we'll head over to winter. Ooh, I get to place another star. Let's see. What star do I want, huh? Let's grab a summer visitor, so that we can kind of plan our next turn accordingly. Draw 2 winter visitors or discard expensive wine to gain a lot of points. I don't know why I'm doing this arrangement, but it feels okay. I wonder if I can get these to snap to a grid. Whatever. Anyway. That didn't really affect our play much. And now Automata says no playing visitors, no filling orders. I'm just going to do a quick time check. We're about half hour, okay. And that's fine, we weren't going to do either of those anyway. So we want to train a worker. So it's 4 to train a worker. Get +1, so it's basically 3 to train a worker. However, we have 2 special workers. So the Traveler, we can place them on any open space in a previous season. The Politico lets us take the bonus action twice. So I don't really like the Politico. The Politico is good in multiplayer when you have some more interesting bonuses. For example, this lets you play 2 cards. Or play 2 stars. But the Traveler being able to go back in time is really good. Especially because if you see, regardless of the action spaces available. So that means I can play the Traveler on this, let's say, if I needed a wine token. So we definitely want the Traveler. So I'll spend my last worker. I get 1 coin from that, so it costs 4 total to get the Traveler. Now, an important thing to note is I can't use the Traveler right away, so I'll just put him here. And I'm going to have a maximum of 6 workers, so I actually lose one of my plain workers permanently. So that's the I guess trade-off. And that's the year. So, retrieve workers. I'm having fun playing with this. I've been meaning to try Tabletop Simulator for like a long time now. I never got around to it. Like I tried for like 30 seconds and I felt it was really clumsy. But it's not the worst. Definitely easier than trying to finagle a camera, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, so now I have 5 of my 6 available workers, so I can either get this last one or get a Politico. And I get 2 Travelers. Okay, retrieve workers, done. Age grapes and wine. Discard down, residuals, wake up position. Alright. So right now we have 2 wine orders that are tricky to fill. We have 2 grapes that are difficult, 2 vines that are difficult to plant. We have a summer visitor who's going to get us blue, which we already have, or discard wine, which we don't have. So we don't really have a lot to do. Basically, it'd be like, hey, let's do the wine growing thing. So I'm going to snag this to see if we can get a cheaper wine order and to give us some kind of like other stuff to work with. We'll see if that pays off. Automata says no building and no stars. No building is annoying, but like not vital. No stars is fine. We have 4 money. We need 6 for the large cellar, which we will need at some point. We'll be able to pick something up later. Kinda think we're good for this season, honestly. Like, I could give a tour, but I really want to start doing the actual, you know, wine making thing. So, let's move over to summer. Grab a wine order. And it's another really hard one. Okay. Fuck you too, game. So we need to get that sparkling. We really need... I probably should... Whatever. That was very eloquent. And we are not allowed to plant vines, which is kind of unfortunate because that's actually going to consider making some power plays here. We're going to need a lot of red if we want to fill any of these wine orders, and we can only get 1 red a turn. So I'm actually thinking right now I'm going to use the Traveler. And I think he does get the bonus. I'm not sure, but we're going to go with yes. To build a trellis for 1 coin. Does it say anything about the bonus? Any open... Immediately take that action. Actually, I don't think you get the bonus, so... Spend 2 coins on that to build my trellis. Well, that's kind of cool. Then I'll use my Grande worker on this blocked off spot to plant my Pinot. Here. And I could use my a bonus token to also plant my Chardonnay. I actually think I'm going to. Let's go all in here. Now we've taken a gamble, because if the AI blocks Harvest to Field next season, we are in big trouble. Don't really have anything else relevant to do here. 3 workers left. Go into fall. Blacksmith, build a structure at a 2 discount. And if it's big, we can get a victory point. Nice. Let me just do some rearranging here. That's gonna be real nice, actually. And the AI says no building. Okay, whew. Let's harvest them fucking fields. Alright, and I should block that off. I don't know why I'm blocking it off, but I don't know, it's a matter of principle. You gotta place the pieces when it tells you to place the pieces, otherwise, you know, why are you even playing a board game? Anyway, so this +1 means I harvest 2 fields. So I get a 5 white from and a 1 red from that. So since 5 is already filled, it downgrades down to 4. And then I get a 3 and a 3 from that. So now the question is, do I actually turn any of these into wine yet? And the answer is, I can't make sparkling, and all of my wine orders require sparkling. So, and I can't build, so I think I'm gonna hold off. And try to do like a big push next year. So what else can I do this season? Doesn't look like much. I have 2 workers left. Ooh, but I can use the motivator potentially. Alright. Yeah, let's pass to winter. So we haven't touched the orange cards yet. Orange cards are structure cards. They're extra buildings that we can build. In this case, it's the gazebo. Whenever I give a vineyard tour, I can place Remove a Star. It's pretty cool. And it's worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. So, not that exciting, but nifty. AI says... Ooh, I cannot play... any cards. That's actually kind of annoying. Well, I kind of want to do that so that I could retrieve my Grande worker, but I guess I didn't really need to. I have 2 workers left. I gotta figure out how to spend them. So I don't remember. I believe if you pick an action, you have to take it. I think this is a... Since this is a big open space, any number of people can take this. Again, I am not certain on that, but I think that's true. And I could look that up, but I'm not going to bother. I should look that up. Fuck it. I'm just going to assume I'm right. I'm just going to use my remaining 2 dudes to get 2 money. That's the year. So everyone retrieves the workers. If you noticed, we're about halfway through the game and I'm at negative victory points, so that's not great. So I really need the next couple turns to be like explosively good. Where are my other dudes? Oh, there's my traveler. Alright, that's all 5. And then I have that one still. Right. All good. Oh, and I have to age my stuff. Neat. And then discard down to 7 cards. I'm actually gonna toss it a gazebo. Is there yeah, there's no real discard. I guess I could just delete it, but that just feels wrong. There's a discard pile for that. And I don't really need more vines. Right. I guess I'll just snag this one. The winter visitor will be nice. I'll get a victory point to feel better about myself. And aging the grapes actually might be very relevant. Computer says no building a structure. Well, I didn't want to do that anyway, computer. How about that? How about them apples? Alright, so let's review. This is a big turn. What things do I need to do? I need to blacksmith so I can build my big cellar so I can make the sparkling wines. So action 1 is going to be blacksmith. I need to make wines. That's 2. I need to... Well, I'll probably be able to fulfill a wine order, so that's 3. So I'm really trying to wait as long as possible, so I'm not going to do anything here. Next up. There we go. Yay, I get a VP. Automata says... What's that say? No buy selling a field. Nice. A friend of mine actually won this game by selling like the value 7 field right from the first turn and then getting an extra worker. And that was a huge power play. It was really cool. But yeah, by this point in the game we are definitely not doing that. Okay. Let's get a buck and play our blacksmith to build a structure. So it's at a 2 discount. Our large cellar costs 6. So that costs us 4 total. And because it's a 6 structure, we get a victory point. Yay! Not doing any trading. We move on into fall. Does this game have a nice flow to it? I think it does, at least. The first time I tried to learn this game, I got really overwhelmed by the rules and had an anxiety attack and then had to leave the party. But since then I've gotten to appreciate it. Bottler, make up to 3 wine, gain a victory point for each type of wine you make. Ooh, power play right there. That's real good. That is real good. Alright, we can make some plays here. Oh yeah, and then no making wine, no building structures. Blocked. Blocked. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Let me walk through this plan here. So, if the AI doesn't block play blue, what we can do is play blue, use our bonus token to play 2 blue, to make wine, and retrieve the Grande Worker. What can we use the Grande Worker on? We can use the Grande Worker to make wine. Okay, let's get less complicated. We can use the Grande Worker to make 2 wine right now. I think we should do that instead of making a plan that relies on that. Yeah, that's smarter. Talked myself out of my original plan. Or, if I hold off on that, I can use the Traveler to make wine next turn. And we can have the Grande Worker for either filling or playing. Yeah, that's smarter. We'll do that. We're not going to take any actions in fall. We're just going to put it all in winter. Age Z grapes. And we have a lot of grapes. AI says, hey, we can do whatever we want. Okay, it's time for some power plays. Just gonna reread these. Okay, we want white and sparkling. And we can theoretically retrieve our grande. Fill wine orders with that. Do we have any money for his other ability? No. That's fine. Okay, so do we want to use our chip to do 2 of these at once? Maybe. How many grapes do we have? So we can make 1 sparkling, 1 white and 1 red, it looks like. But we just need a lot of sparkling. So let's save our motivator, I think. Because if we play this, we get 1 coin. Alright, so we can't... Yeah, let's use bottler and merchant. Maybe? Now I'm hesitating. Hold on. Okay, I gotta think this through. We have a lot of options here. Let's actually harvest more grapes. Let's get tricky. We are gonna harvest more grapes using our traveler. So we get a 1 red. A 5 white gets downgraded to a 4. 3 red gets downgraded to a 2. And a 3 white. Alright. Now let's use bottler. I think I'm only going to use bottler. I'm not going to do the double thing. We use bottler to make up to 3 wines and gain 1 point for each type of wine we make. So let's make a 3 white. Now let's make... We want to make at least an 8 sparkling. Let's try to make a 9 sparkling. So let's see if we can do that. So 8 sparkling. It's just additive. So 8 sparkling can be 5, 2, 1. Toss those off. And then we want a 9 sparkling. So that can be I guess 6, 4, 3, 5 is most efficient. I'll leave those here so we can use them later as grapes. And we made 2 different kinds of wine, so we get 2 victory points. Hey, we're in positive numbers! Oh no, actually I do want to use the bonus so that we can then merchant right away. So we're going to use our bonus token to merchant. We're going to fill this wine order for 6 points. We're at 1, so 6 puts us to 7. And we get 2 residuals. So residuals are just money we'll get every turn. It's not going to matter that much because we don't have that many turns left, but it'll be actually a decent chunk. Oh, I can put that. I have a hand I can throw things in? Why does nobody tell me these things? Anyway. So now we can place another worker. And fill ourselves a wine order. We'll do the 3 and 8. For another 6 VP and another 2 in residuals. Right, from 7 to 13. Boom, big turn. And we'll toss that out. Alright, I'm gonna use the 9. So we just really efficiently use those 3 wine tokens. Nice. And we're almost to the point where you can make that 7. We have our Grande left. It costs 4 for a worker. And that'll give us 1, so if we can't get another worker. The motivator's not really very good. So we'll just use our Grande to let's get one of these guys. Since we're about to get a lot of money next turn. The Mercado. Whenever you draw a wine order, you may immediately fill it. Well, that's optimistic. You think I'm way more competent than I am. And it costs 5? Yeah, get out of here, Mercado. Fuck you, nonsense. Cool. Well, that was the big turn we needed. That was good shit. Alright, so this jerk face gets his workers back. Cool kid gets his workers back. Oop. Look at me getting all fancy with these special controls and whatever. Oh, I can stack them. That's inconvenient. Right. Age my remaining grapes. Discard down, we're all good. Collect residuals. Booyah. Rolling in it now. And now choose my next wake up position. Quick time check. Not too bad. We have 3 turns left, so I guess I'm at the hour mark, so I guess that's not ideal. But that's okay. We don't have a lot of choices left. Even though... Thanks, chicken. Even though the green card's not going to be that relevant, the summer visitor might be. So we'll go with that. Nothing blocked. Do we actually want anything? I mean... We're getting pretty close to victory here. So we're going to need another 2 influence here if we want to get these 2 victory points. So... It gives us a yellow card, which is probably what we want actually to prepare for summer. So yeah, so let's toss one down and get a summer visitor. That actually seems pretty nice. Contractor. Either get a victory point, or choose 2. Get a victory point, build a structure, or plant a vine. Whoa. That's pretty neat. Alright, Mr. Contractor, I see what you're up to. Give me some variety here. Isn't there really any structure I would want? Not really. I guess maybe I could build this. we don't have to use them right away. And that's that. We move into summer. I get a vine. It's another Chardonnay. Wow, we are just getting all the expensive ones here. It says we cannot play visitors or sell fields. They really like blocking the sell fields, huh? Oh, it's also blocking the trade one for one. Oh, I think it's actually not blocking the... Not blocking this one, because again, it's a difference between the expansion and the original. Anyway. Do I want to use a Grande on this here contractor? Not really. I don't really need to plant anything. I don't really need to build any structures. I don't have the wine for that. Yeah, we'll save that. Do I want to do any trading? Let's think. Well, I have 2 cards I don't need. So trading them for a VP might be nice, actually. Well, we can use the Traveler for that. I'm not really in a hurry here. I'll keep my options open. Scooch on over to Fall. Auctioneer. Ooh, discard 4 cards to get 3 VP. That's what I'm talking about. And what's fucked in Fall? Yes, nothing is fucked in Fall. Alright, let's go, 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 go. Let's pause. Think. Well, we're gonna harvest our fields. That's 3, 3, and then 1, 5. Let's draw some wine orders. Oh, there we go. Well, I guess if we had the Mercado, we could immediately fill these with our wine that we don't have. My organization has just gone so to shit. You're a cheap boy. And now let's make that wine. Ooh, I don't really want to use the Grande on that. We don't need to make it now if we have the Traveler. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait to see what Buttface does over here. Yeah. I think I like waiting on this, actually. Okay, no winter bonus. No training and no selling wine tokens. That's not too bad. Oh, that was clean. Alright, so now we'll use the Traveler. And again, I don't know if he gets the bonus or not. I really wish I knew that. But I do think we want to make 3 wines. So I'll just use the bonus token to do that. So we want 774, if possible. And it's a minimum, doesn't have to be exact. Oh, shoot, we don't have enough red. Shit. Okay, so we'll fulfill these 2 then. Use that for our 7. Oh, we can only fill one of these at a time anyway. Yeah. Okay, so not the end of the world. So I guess I didn't need to use that bonus token to make that extra wine. No, I did. I needed all 3. God, I'm done. Anyway. Now we don't fulfill the 6th one yet. Leave that there. We fill the other order. Get 6 and 2. We are maxed out on the residuals. And we were at 13. 13 plus 6, 19. Nice. And we have 2 more rounds in the game. And we are going to get 1, 2 points from that. So we are almost definitely going to beat this, but let's play it out. Alright. So I'm going to age my wines and grapes while I'm over here, since I'm very bad at forgetting that one. Let's retrieve the workers. I bet the orange ones are scabs. Headcanon. Automata is an anti-union scab. Whoopsie. Get that fat stack of 5 residuals. Does this one have a clank? Oh, they make different sounds depending on what they land on. That's neat. Anyway. Discard down. Right. Well, we're going to keep our wine orders. We'll toss the... Toss the motivator. It doesn't seem like a good card. Yeah. And that brings us to 7. And now we pick here. We'll just pick this one. Doesn't really matter that much. Automata says nothing for spring. Let's make sure we place... We are out of influence tokens. We only get 6 of them apparently. Oh well. We'll at least move it over to here, since it's worth 2 points. We lost 1, gained 2. Right? Yeah, we lost 1, gained 2. And now if we had time, we could move all 3 of these to here. We'd lose 1, gain 2, but that's probably not happening. Still the right call, though. We're not going to bother with any of those other things. Summer, we get a coin that we probably won't spend. No planting, and no buying, selling. Fine by me. Discard 4 to gain 3 VP. Oh, I could have gotten 2 cards from this. I get 2 cards from that, though. Alright, so we're going to trade 3 money for 2 cards. And then we are going to play some yellows. We're going to use our bonus token. Oh, this one's not mine. Use our bonus token to play 2 yellows. We're going to use those 2 cards, those 2 pretend cards, and discard these 2 and those 2, the 3 VP. And we're going to discard a whine, value 7 or more, to gain 4 VP, for a total of a 7 VP swing. Isn't this so cute that the expansion materials over here are so well organized? Anyway, 7.7 VP swing. We were at 19. We are now at 26. Boom, we won, and we still have another turn left. So we'll play it out. I'll try to go quick. Only have 2 workers left. And we want to fulfill a wine order if possible. Yeah, I guess this one. We're just gonna harvest 3, 3, 5, 1. 3, 3, 5, 1. And then come winter, I'll use the Traveler to make 2 wine tokens. And that's a that was 4. 4, 3, 1 is 8, and we need a 7. Okay. And then I'm just going to speed things up since we've already won and it's getting late. Not getting late, but like getting long in the video. So let's just see in 3 seasons, so 4 seasons. So spring, winter, or spring, summer. How do I shuffle this? Spring, summer, fall, winter. Sell 1 wine token is blocked, so I would use a regular here and then a grande here to fill 2 wine orders. E6 and 7 gives us another 7 points. Boom, boom. Oh wait, and this would age at the end of the year. 6 and 7 nets us another 7 points. So that's 26, 33, and we probably would have picked up a couple more. We'd have definitely gotten to at least 35. Hope you don't mind that little rushed ending. I'll be honest here, my video editing program gets wonky for lengths after an hour, and we're at hour 15, so I'm actually a little nervous of being able to edit this. Otherwise, I would play it out to see how many points I would get. But yeah, resounding victory. Definitely a slow start, but we are to make good use of our Traveler and steamroll the value of our grapes. Please let me know if you have any questions about the game, any rules clarifications that I probably won't be able to answer, and let me know if you like this kind of video or not. I had fun doing it, but obviously, you know, I'm not going to bother recording if you also don't like watching it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, double bite out.